Welcome in, everyone, for some 2K basketball. Sure to be an entertaining contest. Some collegiate talent included in the lineup. Tonight, it'll be Dallas going up against Columbus. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
It'll be the Bobcats off the tip. Curry with it. Pass to LeBron.
I got him.
To the paint. Outside for Curry. Outside, O'Neal. Just fine on the clock. Over Green. Kansley shot from the wing.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, Coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one.
And finished off by Westbrook.
The artist behind many iconic throwdowns, Russell Westbrook, putting on a show.
DeRozan for three. LeBron grabs the miss. Here's Butler. Takes it inside. And slam dunk by Butler.
Well, this is where Butler is elite. The ability to score the ball going downhill.
Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook throws it down.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack? It's really easy.
It's stolen by Green. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Wow, DeRozan. He's still got some juice in those legs.
Here's Curry with the three. They get the rebound.
Whose man is that?
Right side, Butler. Outside for Curry. Just three to shoot. Over Westbrook. Westbrook with the block.
Boy, Westbrook is explosive in everything he does.
Dallas making a switch here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Another miss by Curry.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Reese. Outside, O'Neal. On the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Shaq's got 5 now.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, when you talk about Butler, his toughness is what comes to mind first. This guy plays hard every second he's out there. A throwback type of player. I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And stolen by Butler. O'Neal with the steal. Outside DeRozan. Dallas, no good that time either. James looking around. Here's Holmgren. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
On its way from DeRozan for two. Dallas, no good that time either. To the middle. On the jump by Holmgren.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Outside Curry. A three-pointer is right on target.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Bobcats out in front. They're up by 8. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from Columbus so far in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Count the basket. Green's got his first bucket in this one.
And one thing about Draymond, he almost invites contact.
Leaps for it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Harden looking it over. A nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
Here's McGrady, and he drives in. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Joakim Noah.
Yeah, this is the beauty of a high-intensity drive. Defenders will struggle to stop you without foul.
Dallas trails by 8. Here's Fox. They kick it out to Green. Sinks the triple. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Savvy decision there by Fox. Moving the ball back outside into the hands of a ready shooter.
From deep, Rose drops in the tray.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Wow, Fox hitting them right back with that aggressive take.
There's Rose with the three. That shot off. Dallas trails by 5. Trying to free himself up. Reese gets the bucket.
Just going to work inside. Reese using her touch and agility well.
Timeout, timeout.
Oh, little does he know.
That'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Little does he know.
1:57 left in the first half. Here's Westbrook. And then Benyama with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Here's McGrady. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Goes up on the wing. Rebound by Columbus. They've led by as much as 10. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
In watching McGrady, you see the length and athleticism. He's a matchup nightmare for most teams. The windmill finish. That is nasty. How do you do?
Oh, finishes the play with utterly no regard for his own safety. Harden outside. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Dallas again with the bucket. Here's Wembanyama. Still scoreless. And it's Rose and finished off by Rose.
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's the 3. That shot no good. Columbus leading by 10. Left side, Leonard. Wembanyama.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Outside Rose. Out to the right wing. Here's Wembanyama. Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so we conclude the first half. Columbus out in front as they wrap up the second quarter on a 15-6 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Dallas. Down by 12. Pass to Reese. Outside DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Leonard. Bobcats leading by 12. Now Wembanyama. DeRozan for 3. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
At well over 7 feet tall, inside is easy money for Victor.
Outside DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is, for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. Should be a fun one here. We have some collegiate players stepping into the fray. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. It'll be the Bobcats off the tip.
I got him.
And Butler, here we go. And slam dunk by Butler.
Well, this is where Butler is elite. The ability to score the ball going down.
You got it. Come on.
Curry's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Here's Butler. Back to the basket by Washington.
There's that fiery attitude of Butler's showing up the defense.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And Curry throws it down.
Let's go.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness. Wow. And look, as amazing as that was, those are the types of dunks that make you a little nervous.
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Outside Curry. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 5 points so far.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
James. Here's Holmgren.
Why did 2K have to give me his back step there?
Leading to a great rejection.
There's O'Neal with the three. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Here's Washington now, trailing by 2. Outside for Curry. And again, Washington with the triple.
And again, left wide open.
Curry loves coming back with a three of his own. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet.
Good by block.
Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
O'Neal on the wing. Butler. Rebound, Washington. O'Neal looking around. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And the three off target.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
As his career progresses, Holmgren will expand his passing skills.
Here's Williamson. Outside Curry. A three-pointers right on. Target. He's got 11.
Oh, good work finding space outside. It serves him well when that jumper's falling.
Curry on the wing. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. Curry's got 14 points.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Shot's good by Mitchell.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Holmgren. It's been all about Stephen Curry for Washington. He totaled 14 points in the
2K.
quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now.
Oh, I switch over to threes and my fucking guy still will not guard the three.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Pass to James.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
This is his first free throw of the game. And both free throws good for LeBron.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw.
Here's Curry. Here's O'Neal. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength. But he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is, for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Curry with him. He's got 14.
Yo, watch it.
Kicks it out to Williamson. Inside. And finished off by Williamson.
Oh, my goodness. We can feel those Zion dunks over here.
Poke loose. Stewart with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Now, here's Stewart. Outside Curry. This one for three. Oh, Curry so accurate from three-point range.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Hey, who got here?
James looking it over. O'Neal from long range. Hits the three-point bomb. O'Neal's got 6 points in the quarter.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back-and-forth moments.
Wembanyama, that's for two.
2K did me dirty there.
Washington leading now by 5. Shaq with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And it's Green slamming it down.
And the decision-making Green has really sets him apart from most forwards. Skilled at making the right read in open floor situations.
Here's Stewart driving the lane. And the dunk by Stewart.
Yeah, when she's got some momentum behind her, watch out. Because she's...
Here he comes.
Oh, my goodness. Whew. Yeah, and Butler leaving no doubt on that drive to the hole. What a play.
Here's Shaq. And Shaq with the slam.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
Great use of the bounce pass there. You gotta love that.
Shaq's shot is off. Columbus trails by 3. O'Neal from long range.
Come on.
That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. O'Neal outside.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
There is no stopping that. Wembanyama with the forceful finish.
Here's Shaq. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And Washington leads by 3.
And they've repeatedly worked inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Washington out in front, up by 3. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Pass to Noah. The Bobcats pull it in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's LeBron. Outside Butler. over Thompson. Butler, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough work in the mid-range area.
Here's Hero. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
He's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal. Washington leading now by 5. Outside, Hero. Pass to Popovich. For 3. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's LeBron. And he can't.
That's not a shot I wanted.
And so it's Washington with it. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And LeBron's used to getting hit. This is the level of attention this man attracts from the D.
Both free throws good from James.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Jumps up. A big dunk at the end of the break.
And you're not going to get an easier deuce than that. Straight to the basket.
Pass to Towns.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Driving the lane. It's stolen by Davis.
That's what we call intelligent defense. Just put himself in a position to make a play on that kick out. Anywhere on the arc, Thompson is a threat. You have to do all you can to run him off that line.
1:46 left here in the third quarter. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Washington. Fires away from way outside. And again, Washington with the triple.
Hero plays with a lot of confidence.
Looking to end one. And it's Green with the jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. To the paint. Here's Davis. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Down low. Here's Mourning. Back to Davis. Right wing. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by Columbus.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue this. Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
Pass to Hill. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Now here is Davis. Come on, finds that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And Washington leads by 9. Loose. Out to the right wing. A shot by McGrady, no good. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Washington leads by 9. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Curry. Takes a 3. Step perfection from the arc.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And Washington has possession. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Stewart. Back to Curry. Clock at 6. Stewart with it. He's picked up by Holmgren.
Capable of guarding any position. LeBron is also skilled at just
Goodness, that is an outstanding finish.
Oh, my. Okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. He put a little extra on that one.
Pass to Butler. Curry from deep three-point range. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Oh, Curry making a statement.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Good on the triple.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Oh, they give it up and then get the lead right back. And the momentum swing in this game is ridiculous.
Goes up on the wing. And again, Stephen Curry. Curry's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Drama here, guys. I mean, they managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
Here's Butler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, when you talk about Butler, his toughness is what comes to mind first. This guy plays hard every second he's out there. A throwback type of player. Pressure-packed free throws, but he stayed calm and nailed it.
And you can tell she had the defender trying to recover. What a tough guard without power. Not just an incredible talent, Stewart is also a winner. Someone you build your franchise around.
And so she's good on all 3 free throws. We'll put them up by 2. Outside Curry. Outside O'Neal. Lets it go from deep. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
We have gotten used to this kind of dominance from Shaq. He just knows how to take over games.
Kicks it out to Williamson. And another miss by Washington.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
To the inside.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
Williamson looking it over. Money!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Outside Curry. Holmgren outside. And Curry has it in the corner. There's the play. Good.
No, staying cool in a clutch moment. Holmgren not letting his inexperience get the best of him.
A timeout called by Casey Jones. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hero with the teardrop.
And quick reaction by Curry. Steph putting some serious effort in defensively. Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
O'Neal fires. A three-pointer. Good. And so Columbus takes the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy.
Good game.
And Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching. And so long, everyone.